What's up, everybody? Picking up from where I left off yesterday because I found just a gold brick nugget from Manly P. Hall in my notes here. So, here we go. There's no royal road to truth. There's no shortcut to God. There's no patent formula for the achievement of wisdom. All things grow and unfold. Truth and wisdom in man must likewise develop according to the laws of their own nature. The true student of the great doctrines will bring about the emancipation of the human soul are not interested in royal roads. A man seeking wisdom seeks the most valuable thing in the world. He desires a treasure not easily to be gained, but in value above all treasures of the earth. He knows that those who live the life shall know the doctrine, dedicated to self-improvement and the establishment of his own life upon the immutable foundations of integrity. He is unmoved and uninfluenced by vain promises and empty words. Any person who waits for a miracle to bring about his perfection or expects to perfect himself by miraculous means will be sadly disillusioned in the course of time. Each man must work out his own salvation with diligence. Yeah. Happiness, fortune, even fame, freedom, just fucking knowledge in general will never just fall in your lap. And if it does, it'll be fleeting and short-lived. So, in regards to that, here we got the 7 inner prerequisites for initiation and shit you should try to attain. Characteristics, if you will. And characteristics and actions, I guess you could say. Integrity, number 1, most important shit. Integrity is honesty illumined by inward realization. Integrity is the irresistible impulse to do that which is wise, noble, and beautiful. It lifts the life above blind obedience to man-made law and establishes every thought and action upon the foundation of abiding justice. True justice in harmony with natural law. Alright? We've been over this before. The real 7 deadly sins. The true violation is essentially theft. Murder, theft, rape, assault, trespass, lying, and coercion. Alright? Discrimination. Discrimination has a very negative connotation, especially in today's PC culture, but he's talking about discriminating against shit that is invaluable to your progress in life and parasitic things, alright? So, discrimination is number 2. Discover right and choose it from conflicting and confusing opinions. It is judgment and also clear vision. Discrimination destroys false gods. It releases the soul from bondage to opinions. It emancipates man from 1,000 errors, and it removes the uncertainties from action. So you combine integrity and discrimination. Removes uncertainties from action. So when you're in harmony with natural law, and there's no question about what's right and what's wrong, and that's the beautiful thing about giving up the illusion that authority actually even exists and it has a rightful place in this world. So, and here goes number 3: application. Capacity for intelligent persistence. It implies both continuity and continuous, a thoroughness of effort, a skill to judge the routine necessary to build a solid foundation, and the courage to interrupt this routine before it destroys the individual qualities of the mind. Good routines help build you up. Shitty routines, they're going to tear you down. How many hours of your life do you waste a day? I waste plenty of time, scrolling through Instagram or something and chain smoking cigarettes. Whatever, just watching shit that ain't fucking like adding good shit to your mind to help you put into action what you need to do in the world to make the world a better place than when you found it. So, number 4 is patience. Patience is a resignation to the inevitable process of law. It should not destroy enthusiasm, but should curb all extremes of emotion, bringing about a gentle acceptance of the facts of existence. Patience is the test of character, courage, and understanding. I think that, it's perfectly placed at number 4 under, integrity, discrimination, and application, because you gotta have patience. Nothing beautiful and worth attaining happens overnight. All right, you gotta work at it, whatever it may be, day and night, hours. You gotta streamline your activities and be efficient in time management and doling out activities and responsibilities and shit to maximize your time and every day, because days are short, life is short, especially if you want to end up being something special. Moderation, or we could say rather no excess, no excess this, no excess that. I could listen to that because I got excess cigarettes hanging out of my mouth every day. Every excess leads to other excesses, and all excess destroys the beauty and the symmetry of the soul's purpose. No one masters an evil habit until the habit itself falls away, because it is no longer consistent with the standard of living and thinking. The virtues arise not from a desperate effort to inhibit the evil tendencies of the nature, but rather from an unfolding inward beauty, which, asserting itself, comes finally dominate each action dominate each action and render it likewise beautiful, by leading the mind away from excess and establishing it firmly in moderate courses of thought and action. Elevates the entire life, bestowing new inspiration and meaning upon each impulse and attitude. I think this whole culture that we live in, really globally, but especially in America, is full of excess. And one excess does lead to more excess. And it's just that almost all of them are predominantly self-destructive behaviors, whether it be binge Netflix, or scrolling through social media, substance abuse, food, even sexual proclivities. There's a lot of shit that's bad for you. So I think there's some old shaman or some old Native American shaman said, the boy asked him what is poison, and the doctor said anything more than what the body needs. And it could be food, it could be anything. Just anything more than you need. That's poison. So excess is poison. Detachment. Every man is ruled by that which he exercises the sense of possession. Detachment is not only the mastery of the impulse to possess, it is the ability to disassociate values. True value must always be sought for its own sake and not for the hope of a material reward. It goes all the way back to one and that integrity shit. Like, don't do the right thing. Like, in this world, doing the right thing gets you fucked up, but so be it. If you got integrity, you don't care. I'm going to do the right thing. So, it's not really integrity if you're doing some bad shit or doing something because you expect it in the world. You do the right thing for the sake of doing right. And relaxation, which after you imply all these things into your life consistently, you're going to need some relaxation time. So here we go. Some students sometimes make a habit of taking themselves and their efforts too seriously for their own good and the comfort of others. Instead of finding a deep and abiding joy, they are weighed down with the weight of the cosmos. It is perfectly possible to assume the moral responsibility for action and, at the same time, retain a native optimism, a sense of humor. Each individual should carry as heavy as a burden as he could carry joylessly, but when his morale begins to bend under the weight of his load, he is no longer contributing to the common good. Happiness does not arise from possession, but from values from within the soul himself. Like I said, it's all the happiness and stuff. It's going to come from within, and it's not just going to be gifted to you And medications ain't gonna do it. And living in an abundance of whatever, substance abuse, escapism, and all that, that's not gonna do it for you either. So it's just 7 little things that can help you. If you know, help me too. So whatever, do you think?